Welcome to Sold Out Sales School, the podcast for women with heart-led, impact-driven offers who are tired of being the internet's best-kept secret. I'm Trish Ware, mom of 7, former labor nurse turned 7-figure business owner and business mentor for B2C brands. If you're marketing to moms, parents, or real people who are not going to make money off your offer, this show was made for you. You tried the big name coaches, but their strategies weren't built for your audience. Here, we do sales differently. No bro marketing, no cold DMs, no weird hooks, no fake urgency, just clear messaging, aligned offers, and strategy that actually converts. You're not here to hustle harder and miss all your family events. You're here to scale smarter with simplicity. So let's get you sold out. I spent 3 months creating what I thought was the perfect offer. Now, this was my first offer when I started Labor Nurse Mama. I had it all dialed in. I had the win, the promise, the transformation mapped out. I even had a few people that had gone through it who loved it. And then I launched it and nothing, zero, not a single sale. What I discovered next completely changed my business. And my next launch was a $24,000 launch in 7 days with a low ticket offer, mind you. So today I'm going to show you the exact framework that took me from crickets to $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 months using something I'm going to call the pain pill principle. And this is what is going to change everything for you. Now, before we dive in, I want to reassure you, this isn't about creating a whole new offer or spending thousands on ads. You don't need a bigger audience. You don't need a fancy funnel to make this work. I've actually done it with my coaching without having a fancy funnel or even a funnel at all. So even if you have tried everything and nothing has worked, even if you're a natural salesperson, I'm doing that in quotes, even if you're selling something that feels impossible to market, this will work for you because the problem isn't your offer, it's how you're positioning it. So here's what we're covering today. First, I'm going to show you why most offers fail to sell, and it's probably not what you think. Then I'm going to share the pain pill principle, which is the psychology behind offers that sell out instantly. And next, I'm going to give you the 7 to 9 touch point rule that most entrepreneurs miss. And finally, I'll walk you through my exact implementation framework that you can use starting today. And this is the exact system that one of my high-level one-on-one coaching clients used to sell out her $10,000 program in a few weeks after it being a brand new offer. And it's how she did it without having the devastating launch that I had the first time. So let's start with the real reason most offers failed to sell. When I talk to entrepreneurs about why their offers aren't selling, they usually start blaming it on one of 3 things. They're like, it's my price, maybe it's too expensive, or oh my gosh, I don't have enough followers, Trish, or it's the marketing, maybe I need better copy or fancy funnels, or maybe I need to do ads. But here's the truth. I've discovered after working with so many business owners and analyzing many launches, if you're telling yourself that your offer will never sell, it probably won't. This isn't some kind of woo-woo manifestation talk. This is practical psychology. When you believe your offer won't sell, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy through your actions, or more accurately, your lack of action. So here's what's happened. First, you create an offer you're actually excited about. You've put in the work, you know it can help people, and you're ready to launch. Then the doubt creeps in. What if no one buys it? What if people think it's too expensive? What if I'm not qualified enough? Who am I to sell this? And these thoughts don't just stay in your head, they change your behavior because you start hesitating to talk about it. You know, in not outward words always, but in a lot of words, you're apologizing for how much it is. You're waiting for the perfect time to launch. You're re-editing it. You're critiquing it, and you're constantly tweaking instead of selling. You're not showing up. And when you do finally put it out there, you do it with such uncertainty that potential clients can feel it. They sense your doubt, and it becomes their doubt too. So let me tell you about a client of mine. We're going to call her Tracy, right? And she created an incredible group program for moms trying to balance business and family. She was one of my one-on-one private clients. Her content was solid. She had a clear transformation, but she kept telling herself, no one will pay for this. No one's going to pay $2,000. Not going to happen. And guess what? She launched to an audience of over 5,000 people and sold exactly 0 spots. So what's the alternative? How do you break this cycle? So it starts with understanding what I call the pain pill principle. If your offer is positioned as a vitamin, you're going to always struggle with urgency. And people will say things like, well, that looks great. Not really for me right now. I'll think about it, or maybe next time, or I need to wait until X, Y, and Z happens. But if your offer is positioned as a pain pill, people will move mountains to work with you, and they'll find the money, they'll make the time, and they'll sign up immediately. And I want you to think about this. If you had a toothache and you had a bottle of pain pills, your toothache is excruciating. You're going to take it. You're going to have your watch set. You're going to have your phone set, and you're going to know every 6 hours I can take my pain pill. You're going to take it. Now, on the flip side, you see a commercial for a vitamin, and they're like, take this vitamin because when you're in your 70s, now mind you, you're in your 40s, when you're in your 70s, you're going to have X, Y, and Z. Well, that doesn't feel as pressing. So you might order it, but you're not going to take it. Or you might not even order it yet because you're like, I don't know. I don't really need that. I've got bills, this and that. So when we're talking about vitamin positioning, we've got, let's say we have a 12-week program to help busy moms find balance and joy in their daily routines. That is a vitamin positioning. Now, if we want to flip that to a pain pill position, 12-week solution for moms who feel like they're failing at everything because they can't keep up with their endless to-do lists without sacrificing family time or sleep. She's going to be like, hell yeah, sign me up right now. Now, another one. Learn advanced social media strategies to grow your online presence. That's a vitamin, right? Because that seems overwhelming and it seems like a lot of work. Whereas a pain pill positioning would be stop wasting hours creating content that gets ignored, the exact social strategy that will get your clients from Instagram, even if you have under 1,000 followers. You're like, hell yeah, sign me up right now. So if you are sounding like a vitamin, it sounds nice, but there's no urgency. So when we reposition it as a pain pill, it's going to address a specific painful problem that your BFE is experiencing. So the result is you can launch the same program with a new positioning and sell out your spots. The offer doesn't change, the positioning does. Now, even with perfect pain pill positioning, there's another critical factor that determines whether your offer sells, and that is consistency. The biggest mistake I see is giving up too soon. You can't just talk about your offer once or twice and then throw up your hands when no one buys. So I've analyzed data from some of my most successful clients, and what I've found is on average, it takes 7 to 9 touch points before someone decides to buy a high-ticket offer. Yet most business owners give up after 2 to 3 mentions. Think about that. You're quitting the game when you're only a third way to the finish line. So let me give you some examples. When you launch your program and you mention it in 2 emails and 1 Instagram post, that's it. you're not going to sell your offer. However, when you create a 30-day visibility plan, which is what I do with my clients, where you are talking about your offer every single day, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly through stories or testimonials, that is going to sell out your offer. Your offer doesn't change, but your consistency does. And here's what most people don't understand about selling. Your audience needs to hear about your offer multiple times from multiple angles, addressing multiple objections before they're ready to buy. And this isn't because they're slow or indecisive. It's because they're human, they're busy, they're distracted, and they need time to process the decision. Your job is to stay consistent long enough for them to move through the decision-making process. And here's the key. You don't have to make the same pitch over and over again. You can talk about the problem your offer solves. And I call it infusion selling. That's what I teach inside my mastermind, from different angles. You can share client success stories, behind the scenes of how you created it, FAQs, objection handling, the transformation, the results. The key is to keep your offer visible and top of mind throughout that time, every single day. So let's make this practical. I want to give you my exact framework to transform how you think about how you sell your offer. So number one, you have to clarify your pain point, and it needs to be very specific. One of the most painful symptoms your BFE is experiencing, not all of them, not the root cause, but the symptom they're feeling every day. So for example, if you're a business coach and the root cause might be ineffective sales systems, but the symptom is watching your competitors land clients that should have been yours, or checking your bank account at the end of the month and not having enough to pay yourself. So let me show you how to do this. So I want you to answer 3 questions. What keeps my BFE up at night? So what keeps her up at night? What makes her feel like she's failing? I'm very messy writer. And what are they embarrassed to admit that they struggle with, right? So what are they embarrassed about? I'm writing very sloppy. And what do they wish they could solve immediately? Like not later, but what do they wish they could solve now? So now. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I love my dry erase board. Okay, so the answer to these questions will give you the raw material for your pain pill positioning. So I want you to take your current offer description and rewrite it using this formula. I want you to use this formula. The time frame, give a time frame. Solution for, give a specific person. Who, specific pain point without common objection of fear. Here's an example. The 8-week solution for busy moms who feel overwhelmed by clutter and chaos without having to spend their entire weekend cleaning the house or getting rid of sentimental items. So you want to tell them a time frame, what they're getting out of it, and make it what they actually want. So here's what I want you to do. For the next 30 days, I want you to create a visibility plan where you're showing up consistently, even when it's uncomfortable. I want you to track the messages that resonate most with your audience, and I want you to sell your offer every stinking day. And when you're selling your offer, I want you to do it in my framework, my content to sales bridge framework. And this is where you call out exactly what she's feeling, her exact pain point, so that she sees that you see her and she knows that you see her. I want you to use you language. I want you to then address, what is she believing about this pain? What is her limiting belief? What is the thing that she's believing that's not true, that's keeping her stuck where she's at? Next, you're going to paint the picture. You're going to show her the hope, what's possible for her now that she has encountered you and what you know to be true about her limiting belief and about her pain problem. Next, you're going to establish your authority. Who are you Who are you to tell her these things? Maybe you've worked with 1,000 moms. Maybe you've been, like me, a labor and delivery nurse for 16 years. But who are you and what is your authority? And you're going to do that in different ways. Now, I don't want this to be the exact same way each time, but I want you to figure out how to do this. You bring them from their pain point. Then you say, hey, I see you. You believe this is, this is the lie you believe. Then you say, but here's what's possible for you. Here's the hope. And I'm the authority, and here's why. And then you bridge to your offer. Now, this could be a lead magnet that leads to your offer. This could be directly to your offer. But I want to challenge you, sell your offer every day for the next 30 days. And let's see what happens. I want you to send an email to your list every single day for the next 30 days, telling stories, maybe call it a series, what have you. And I want you selling your offer every day, and let's see what happens. Now, I'm challenging you to do this. I'm challenging you to do this. So let's bring this all together. If you want to sell your offer, if you want your offer to sell, even if it's never sold before, you need to break the self-fulfilling prophecy of doubt by making a decision that your offer will sell and believe in it. If you don't believe in it, no one else will. Then position your offer as a pain pill, not a vitamin, and commit to consistency, talking about your offer for the next 30 days. And I guarantee if you start selling it, girl, you're going to be talking about it every day. Ensure your messaging focuses on one specific problem for one specific person for the next 30 days. The truth is, selling your offer isn't about having the perfect funnel. It's not about having the biggest audience. It's about having unwavering belief in the transformation you provide and communicating it clearly and consistently and positioning it as the solution to a problem that your BFE cannot wait to solve. Be a pain pill, girl. That's the difference between offers that struggle and offers that sell. So if you found this valuable, hit subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos or podcasts on sales strategies using content and messaging that actually work. And if you're ready to take this to the next level and learn how to sell your offer with confidence and consistency, I have 2 invitations for you. Number 1, I'm going to invite you to join my next sold out offer challenge. It's in October, and you can join by going to trishwarecoaching.com/SOO. Or if you're ready to go hard and turn your offer into an offer that sells every stinking day, stop with procrastination, show up consistently, and sell it, then you need to join the mastermind. You can apply. It's application only. Once you apply, you're going to get on a discovery call with me, not with a coach, not with someone else, but with me. And we're going to see if we are a fit to work together, because I'm not about making false promises. I want to know that we are a fit to work together. So go to trishwarecoaching.com/apply. And I will see you on Zoom. We can have a coffee together. Okay, make sure that you are subscribed. I said it already. I must say it again. Hit the review button or comment button on Spotify and leave a review for your girl. Tell me where you're struggling and what you want to hear more. So if you have a specific pain, put it in a review or a comment. Let me know, and I am going to address it. Give me 5 stars though, girl. You know this sister needs your help. The next challenge starts in October. Make sure you get a seat. If you upgrade to VIP, the first 5 of you who upgrade will get a 1-hour coaching call with me, which normally is $1,000 an hour. So this is a huge blessing. I want to know, what was your biggest insight from today? And as always, I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.